What is that you're wearing, and why is there an IE logo on it?
It's my racing suit. See? It's fireproof and everything.
Let me guess, either we've gone completely overboard with office safety, or you've gone completely overboard playing IndyCar 2.
I resent that. My feeling is that if Papyrus can go to all the trouble of creating a simulation that's exactly like racing, the least I can do is dress the part while I'm playing it.
If the point you're trying to make here is that this game is incredibly realistic, you'll get no argument from me. Like their 1995 racing sim NASCAR Racing, IndyCar 2 lets you feel as though you're barreling down a track at 200 plus miles per hour without having to come up with $1 million to build the car.
The game includes the 15 tracks that came in the original IndyCar package. You can hop around from track to track, or you can set up a full championship season. It's more or less the same package you saw with the original release. The major changes come in the area of upgraded opponent AI and a modified car model.
What about the improved graphics?
That's the biggest change, but I didn't want to get into that while we were showing off this low-res video clip. Wait for the next caption. See? Looks sharp as a tack, doesn't it?
You can't get this look on just any computer, but it sure is a lot of fun if you have enough power to make this work.
The best part is that if you don't happen to own a P133, IndyCar 2 will actually help you achieve this high-res look. You can give it a minimum frame rate to achieve, and the game will automatically turn off the graphics options it has to in order to achieve that rate. However, I still wouldn't bother trying this at home unless you're running at least a P60.
The game not only looks better in high res, but you can see further down the track in this mode, which makes it easier to drive.
The AI of your opponent's cars has also changed. Basically, this means that if you're lurching around the track like a drunk, they'll wait for the opportunity, then blow by you like you're nailed to the track.
Once you get over the embarrassment, this is actually quite educational, since you can learn something about the proper way to pass by watching a replay. Your opponents also have the same effects of fuel load and cold tires after a pit stop that you do. As great a game as this is, I have one complaint about IndyCar 2. It's too realistic.
Somehow, too realistic doesn't strike me as a valid complaint when we're talking about a simulation.
Let me see if I can explain this in terms you can understand. There's no middle ground here. There are some driver aids present, like auto braking and different levels of damage. But if you're not experienced at this sort of game, it'll be next to impossible to finish a lap without spinning out.
What's wrong with the good old American work ethic? If you practice enough, you'll get better.
What's wrong with giving a novice driver a chance to gradually improve? I'm not suggesting that they change what's there. I just think it would be nice if Papyrus put in a dummy mode for the person who's experiencing a racing sim for the first time. It wouldn't detract from the game at all, and they might widen their audience. Rumor has it that if your audience is wider, you'll sell more games.
There's lots of other cool stuff in here, but we didn't want to dwell on it because virtually all of it was part of the original IndyCar. If you're unhappy with your car's setup, you can go into the garage and adjust everything. You won't want to play with this until you get really good at the game because the default setups in Indy 2 are much improved.
There are 2 external arcade views available in addition to the traditional cockpit view. And you can view instant replays from the cameras that are liberally sprinkled around the car. If you're unhappy with the look of your car, you can use the Paint Shop program to create your own masterpiece.
What we have here is another triumph for Papyrus. When it comes to realism in racing sims, the line forms way behind this company. I just hope their recent purchase by Sierra won't affect the quality of their future titles.
I doubt very seriously if Sierra forked out their money with the intent of screwing things up. My complaint about the difficulty of IndyCar 2 still stands, but that doesn't detract from the fact that this is a state-of-the-art racing simulation. If you're convinced that you'd be real good at driving real fast, IndyCar 2 is for you.